What happens next will go down as one of the most brutal crimes in American history. Stay with us.
It's around 10:30 a.m. on February 14th, 1929. 7 men are gathered inside the SMC Cartage Company garage at 2122 North Clark Street in Chicago. These men are all associates or members of Bugs Moran's North Side Gang.
Unbeknownst to them, this wasn't going to be a routine business meeting. Outside, 2 men dressed as police officers and 2 others in civilian clothes approached the building. They planned every detail to make it look like a police raid.
The fake cops entered first, guns drawn. They ordered Moran's men to line up against the wall as if they were going to be arrested. Thinking that this was just a standard raid, the men complied. They knew how this worked. They would comply and then pay some bribes to fix this misunderstanding.
But this was no arrest. Moments later, the other 2 men walked in carrying Thompson submachine guns, known colloquially as Tommy guns. These guns could pump out up to 1,200 rounds per minute. And as a result, in Chicago, Tommy guns actually had another name, the Chicago typewriters, for the click, click, click sounds that they made as bullets were fired. What's interesting is that these guns had originally been manufactured to help American forces break the stalemate of trench warfare and win World War I for the Allies. After World War I ended in 1918, Tommy guns were available to the general public for purchase, and they quickly became the signature weapon of organized crime syndicates, including those of Moran and Capone.
Bringing us back to February 14th of 1929, the 2 men holding the Tommy guns opened fire on Moran's men in the garage. The attackers were thorough, making sure no one was left alive, or so they thought. The scene was chaotic, blood pooling on the floor, walls riddled with bullets, and the echoes of gunfire still ringing in the morning air.
When the dust settled, 6 of the men were dead. The 7th, Frank Gusenberg, was critically wounded but still clinging to life. He was rushed to the hospital, but even as he lay dying, he refused to identify his killers.
When asked who shot him, Gusenberg replied, quote, "No one. Nobody shot me." That's the code of silence these men lived and died by. It also highlights the distrust of the government and loyalty, even in death.
Witness the infamous St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where silence prevails.